Hi everyone, welcome to AeginaCraft. Now, in this video, we're gonna do something completely different. I got these stones, and these stones have been found in the mountains of my island, Egina. As you can see, some quartz with some iron oxide deposits in it. So I think it's just regular ass quartz with iron deposits making it orange. And how I got these, it's a very interesting story. So I'm part of the emergency response team of Egina, and I'm part of the Firewatch volunteers team as well. Now, the person who organized this entire group, his name is Dimi, and he did organize this group many years ago. And I remember when we started, it was me, him, and a couple of other guys, and now we grew to 20 or 30 people. But he is spending most of his time basically doing volunteer work, helping people out on the island, doing fire watch, just taking care of the island. And he basically works like 20 hours a day, and he sleeps 4. I think he has pure caffeine running in his veins at this point because he drinks just so much coffee. Anyway, he's doing so much for the community, and he was the guy who was hiking on the trails, not hiking, but going around the mountain trails, making sure that everything is safe and we don't have any fire hazards in the mountains. And he found a bunch of these. Like, when I say a bunch, like a lot. So the other day he came by my house, and we done something. Anyway, we were dealing with some situation we needed to handle, and he got out a big ass plastic bag of these, right? And he hands it over to me like, Bella, do something with this. Make some tables or some art. And I was like, dude, don't leave 20 kilos of stone here, okay? I don't even know what to do with them. Okay, I just, my life can't take more materials at the moment. Like, I have so many projects to do, and I haven't got around to do it. Like, please don't feed me more. Don't feed the addiction. Long story short, he gave me 3 of these smaller ones, right? And he said, well, do some experiments with them then. And I was like, you know what? I can do that. So last week live stream, last Sunday, I brought all this to you, and I asked you how to treat this and how to handle stone encased in resin, because I had an idea to put it in some kind of resin. And Carl, shout out to Carl, because he told me to get some matte varnish. So I got some cheap ass matte varnish, and he told me to spray the entire thing with matte varnish before I put it in resin, because if I put it in resin without spraying it with varnish, the resin will flow inside the cracks and all the bits and bobs, and the sparkle is going to go away, and it's going to be faded, and it's not going to look good. Now, our guy, Dimi, just had his birthday yesterday. Day before yesterday, actually. And I was like, you know what? I want to make him a present. I want to make him a birthday present, and I want to make it something personal and something that reminds him of Egina. So I got this pyramid mold, and I bought it from a craft shop in Greece online. And it has a very, very thick walls. Now, you guys told me I should put this in sand when I pour it, so the walls don't bulge out. But thankfully, these walls are extremely thick and extremely rigid. So they're gonna work like a charm. It has some feet, so I can place it like this. Okay, so this is gonna be the mold. So here's the plan. Okay, this is what I'm planning to do. I'm gonna put 2 or 3 coats of varnish on these bad boys, or actually on this one, on this specific one, and cover it with matte varnish. It's acrylic varnish, and once it dries, it is usable. And then I'm gonna pour a little bit of resin in the bottom of it, just to have the point of the triangle or the pyramid. This is gonna be kind of too big. I might just use the other one. Oh yeah, it's way too big. What if I do it like that? Oh no, it's fine. And I'm gonna put it in here. Does it fit? No, it's way too big. Okay, other one. This looks better. So anyway, I'm gonna put it in the mold, right? Like that. Pour resin over it, and then I asked him what his favorite color is, and he said black. So I was thinking. Let me get my bag. I'm gonna get some blue mica powder, and if I can get it out, I'm gonna get some kids acrylic paint. This is just a everyday acrylic paint for kids to, this is the school paint. So I'm gonna mix this and I'm gonna mix this together to create a base layer. So that's gonna be the top layer over it, so that we're gonna have a black bottom for it. So that's the idea. Okay. So long story short, this is gonna be a very special project for me, and this is gonna be for a very, very special friend of mine. And yeah, so that's a long-winded intro. I'm talking too much. You really need to get to this actual project and why I'm looking down, because I actually made notes not to forget anything I wanted to tell you. So actually now I have an outline of things, like where to start, what to tell, what's the next. Because when I get to editing videos, I already forgot. I'm watching the edit and like, yeah, I forgot to say that. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Oh, I got sidetracked. Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I should have mentioned that. So now, Daddy has notes. Anyway, it says right here I need to plug my donation site. So if you want to support the channel, if you want to support me, please do not send supers, do not send thank yous on YouTube. If you want to support me, throw $5 at me on buymeacoffee.com. That helps out tremendously. That helps me immediately, and Google doesn't take a cut from it. Okay, you find the link down below. Or if you want something in exchange for your money, you can go to AeginaCraft.com and purchase something from my web shop. I ship globally, I ship for reasonable prices. So yeah, that would be helpful as well. That allows me to do this kind of full time, right? So yeah, anyway, shameless self-plug over. Time to get cooking. Let's go. I really need to buy a chest of drawers or some storage space. This is my storage right now. I got the fan pointing at the table to get the fumes out. I'm gonna set up the camera here so you can actually see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start varnishing this thing, putting some matte varnish on it. Sorry about that. Beautiful. Let's center it somewhat. Zoom in. Perfect. All right. So lightly, I'm gonna apply varnish onto it. Okay, I should spin the box. All right. Mind you, if you're varnishing, make sure you do it in a well-ventilated area, and or you're using masks and PPE. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. I actually soak it. I'm gonna go into the nooks and crannies It was Carl who told me I should use matte varnish, and I trust the guy. He's an amazing member of the family here, and he does extremely nice, what's it called, walking sticks. I don't have his Instagram, but make sure you check out the comment section, because I'm sure if I ask him nicely, he can tag or link his Instagram page to this video. Anyway, thank you, Carl, for the help on this, because now we have put some varnish on this dude. It looks shiny for now, but I think once it dries, it's gonna look a little bit matte, hopefully. Anyway, I think I done all the sides. You know what? I don't think I done this side too much. All right, that's enough. Me fucking around. Oh look, it's almost 10 minutes, and I said my first F word. You proud of me, Daddy? Anyway. Whatever. Okay, so that is drying. I'm gonna leave it for about a half an hour. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start setting up the pyramid mold. See you in a minute. All right, so while the stone is drying, I got my dentist mouth cleaner cup, which I bought. Check out my other video on the tips. And I'm gonna mix up some, it's actually 45 grams of household resin. And why I call it household resin, because this is the average 1.5 inch deep pour epoxy. This is not jewel casting resin, and this is not deep pour resin. Okay, this is the one in between. So the level goes tabletop, jewel casting, the average, and deep pour. And this is the average. You can pour this up to 5 centimeters, I think, or 3. I don't really care, to be honest. If you keep the temperature under control, you can pour this as deep as you want, really. Worst case scenario, you need a liquid nitrogen cooling system to your shop, but so I mix it until I get a clear. I mix it like this. I made another video on how to mix resin not to get bubbles in it. So you don't mix it like a fucking animal. You just spaghettify it and you just put the molecules next to each other. You don't have to mix it like, drill like a, you know. I explained myself very well. Thank you very much. Okay, so I put some, okay, you know, how deep can I do this? Okay. Okay, I have a rough idea now. But first, I need to clean this out. Jesus Christ, I almost forgot. This is one of my most important ever resin things. So here is the dashboard spray, okay? I need to shake this up. And this is the car detailer cockpit shine thingy, which I use. This is basically silicone spray. This is what you use in your car when you wanna shine up your dashboard, you know, and it's gonna create a shiny, slimy, silicone layer on it, and everything becomes extremely slippery. No, you cannot use it as a lubricant for that, but it is actually quite a good lubricant. Please don't spray it on your genitals. Anyway. And pour. Okay, I have mucho bubbles now. I want to pour it up to here. I think, yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, soda. Okay, I just touched it. Okay, the varnish has dried, so to speak, and it has a satin finish. Funny to say. Anyway, I'm gonna put this on the side. One moment. Sorry, I just had a customer. Okay, so bubbles are actually leaving, but I don't want to have any bubbles in it. So I'm gonna spray it with 100% alcohol, not 100, but 95, I think. And I'm gonna mix it in. I maybe fucked it up right now. Anyway, let's hope for the best. I'm touching the edges because I really want to make sure I don't have any bubbles. Okay. Can I stop fucking with it right now? Okay, so that's fine. I have some left over, but I don't care. I'm just gonna chuck it now. Okay, this is a critical point. Now this one has to dry, but it has to be sticky, and then I have to attach or put the piece on top of it, fill it up to the brim with resin, and then mix up the blue and the black I was telling you earlier. Okay, so leave this right now. I'm gonna go down, have some snack, watch a video on YouTube, and then come back to this in about half an hour to check on it. I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, so I had to repour it, and with the stick I had to remove all the bubbles from it. Problem was upstairs, it's just way too hot right now. So we moved down here, and as you can see, I pointed my little tiny portable AC at it to keep it as cool as humanly possible. I don't care how long it takes, it has to be perfect. Anyway, I'll check back in when I have something to tell. And 4 hours later, or something, we're back. It's nice and squishy. And this guy is ready. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mix up some resin. And then I'm gonna pour that resin, some of it, I'm gonna pour it into the mold. I'm gonna start with 40 grams A and 20 grams B. And this is gonna be a messy one. So 60 grams together. Okay, good. Okay, now mixing. Right, so this is going to be a messy mix, or a messy pour, because oh fuck, I just realized I have bubbles in it. Shit. Right here on the edge. God damn it. What should I do? I need to puncture that. I'm gonna puncture those holes. I'm gonna cut it with a blade because it's still squishy. All right. Yeah, this is what happens when I try something new for the first time. Okay. So try to pierce the bubbles. Okay. I need to pour some in. Need to make sure that the pierced bubbles will be covered with resin. Good, good. I don't have my spray bottle with me. I'm very happy about that. Anyway, I need to put some gloves on. Yeah, I know, gloves, yes. Yes, Snoopy girl, I'm gonna put some gloves on. Why? Because this is going to be a messy, messy job. Because I need to cover every nook and cranny of this. Man, I hate putting gloves on sweaty hands. Shit. Now, I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this piece. Something like this. I'm gonna make sure that resin touches every little bit of it. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take this down because I don't want it to go critical. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take this down to the AC, let it cool so slowly, and then we're gonna do the final pour on top of it later tonight or maybe tomorrow. Anyway, that's gonna be the next part. See you then. All right, everyone, we are back. We have a few bubbles here and there, a bit hazy, but I can't recast it anymore. I try to keep it cool as possible. Still got some bubbles in it. This is what happens when you're working in an overheated environment without air conditioning. Anyway, this is the next day, and today I'm gonna finish this piece. Hopefully, gonna do something semi-acceptable. I'm gonna do two pours. I'm gonna do the first pour with jewel casting resin because I wanna add a little bit more of the clear. So I'm gonna mix up 15 grams of A, and 7.5 grams of B. Oh, 7. Take it or leave it. Gonna mix it up. Very nice. It's a beautiful Sunday morning today, and there's only one bakery open on the street, or in the entire village, to say it better. And the problem is that I'm hungry, and I haven't had my breakfast yet. And there is a mile-long queue in front of the bakery, and I'm starving. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway. And now I'm gonna pour some of the jewel casting resin on top. I should have mixed up a little bit more than that. And I'm just gonna do that. Okay, I need a lot more. I need about 20 grams A and 10 grams B for that. Am I holding the right shit? No, I'm not. Of course not. It's the hardener. So, zero it out. $25, 7. Okay, fuck it. I guess. And some B. 28, so that is 45-ish. Right. Gonna that is perfect. That is exactly the amount I needed. Now, okay, we wait for this to cure, and then final touch, we're gonna add black on the bottom. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna spray some alcohol on it and we get back to this when it cures. Alright gang, this is cured up nicely. Here's the time. Here's the time. Okay, it's Sunday, I'm tired. Englishing is not easy on a tired Sunday. Anyhow, now is the time that we do the experiment part. Focus, you bastard. Thank you. Anyhow, so I'm gonna use some acrylic paint, which I nicked from a children's school paint kit. I have like 30 grams of epoxy in there, so I really want to use just a tiny bit of black. Up to 10%. 10%, I think. Yep. Let's spin it in. Let's see what will happen. It's gonna take a while to mix it. And I want to use some of the blue for stars. And I really need to get more of this paint in there. I need to use a clean spatula. Okay. That's not too much, I think. Anyway. Okay, let's get another spatula in. I need a wider spatula because I don't feel I'm doing anything. And I want to mush it up to the wall of the cup, like so, because I just want to spread out the black in the epoxy. So I'm trying to squeeze it to the wall, so I don't have any bits and bobs in it, or I minimize the bits and bobs. Yeah, it's not dissolving very nicely. For it to dissolve, I should use a mixer, but I don't have a paddle mixer with me right now, so I make do with what I have. Look, if it's gonna take minutes, it's gonna take minutes. But I'm way too impatient for that. I think that's the best we can do. Anyway, let's do some pouring, shall we? I see stars. You see stars? I'm making art. Yay! Hurry! Oh my god. Okay. In the end, okay, this is how we look right now. In the end, I'm gonna get an angle grinder and I'm just gonna sand it. Not even an angle grinder, just sander. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I'm just gonna level it. Alright, now wait for this to cook. Hopefully by the live stream it's gonna be ready. And we're gonna pop it together. See you then. Alright gang, so this is my third try at this. And I poured a bubble-free resin. Can you see what's going on? So I pre-varnished the stone, but it's just so porous. You see these micro bubbles? Oh yeah, and I'm aiming an air conditioner at it. So now I have 28 degrees in the shop where this is. And my problem is that, there you go, you can see it right there. That's my problem. So the problem with this kind of stone, crystals, is that doesn't matter how much you seal it, they will off gas, because between the layers I need something pointy to point. So where you are, so between the struts there is air, and it will off gas. Doesn't matter how much. This is varnished. This is 3 coats of varnish on this, and it is still off gassed this much. Oh yeah, and I had it temperature controlled. Okay, so it is what it is. I'm gonna babysit this one, because now I have the shape perfectly fine. You know, this is looking pretty decent. This This didn't came out as good as I wanted it. You know, it could have been better, but it's my first, so it is what it is. Not much I can do with it now. Lesson. What did I learn? Well, I learned that if I want to encase crystals, I need to brush on tabletop or jewel casting resin onto the piece itself and let it completely cure on it. And then roughen it up and then put it in the deeper resin. And if I'm gonna do this much, it doesn't matter if it's temperature controlled or not, I will use deep pool resin because of the microcells. You know, if I want crystal clear resin in this depth, I can do crystal clear resin in a shallow one. That's no problem. But with this depth, I really need some time for it to escape. And yeah, so that's gonna be a deep pour. And I have to seal it completely. And varnish does not do the trick for this one. Probably does it for everything else, but not for this. As you can see, it's off-gassing like crazy. Bubbles just coming up. Can you see it in this? There she comes. So this will continue to happen for the next hour and a half. Not much I can do with it. And yeah, I think I used up all the three, so I can't do a fourth one at this point. The mold is still holding up very nicely. You know, it's keeping its shape. It's all right. But yeah, this isn't the win I wanted. I'm not very happy with it. But yeah, you know, you don't win every time, but at least you learn a lesson. And this is the lesson I learned. Okay, and I hope you learned something as well from my lesson. So I do these things so you don't have to, right? And if you want to support the channel, you can do it on buymeacoffee.com, link in the description, or you can buy some stuff from my web shop. Some better looking stuff than this. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know if you have some tips and please don't let me know if you have tips, but if you have some tricks and tips you want to share with me regarding pouring pyramids and working with crystals, I would love to see it in the comment section. Anyway, thanks very much for being here for me, being here with me and experimenting with me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!